definitely giving, girl, cover up one of your chins. uh, Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching this from. Today is Wednesday, um, January 15th. Today is officially Martin Luther King's birthday. Happy birthday, Dr. King, and may you continue to rest easy. Continue. How you doing this morning? This is my first day driving into work in a while. Like, I want to say at least a couple weeks. I mean, partially due to the holiday and um, just a couple other things that were going on. So I worked remotely, but it feels very odd. So if you know me, you know I live and moved to Pennsylvania, and I still work in Baltimore. Yay for me. Why did you do that, girl? Because I wanted better property value. But at any rate, as I drive through these backwoods, literally, I said I was going to get a dash cam one day so you guys can see the foolishness, because it is sheer and utter foolishness in these streets. Like, I don't know how half of these people got their driver's license. Were they giving them away? Was it a BOGO? You know, did they just not have any type of test that you needed to take? They just said, show up, pay your money, and you can drive. I don't know. But at any rate, it is what it is. I always say a prayer, silent prayer to myself before I hit the streets, and let God do the rest, honey, because I'm a very defensive driver. Very defensive. Because people, listen, I could have a whole episode about drivers. We're not going to do that this morning. I just, it's just something that started. But so I popped on here because I wanted to understand what this discourse is about. And if y'all will allow me to touch up my lips, as they feel a little not moisturized, which they should be, but they're not. They don't feel moisturized. Um, Anywho, I need to understand what this discourse is about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, on Monday, January 20th, there's an event that some have chosen not to attend. And for all intents and purposes, let's just assume that it's not a required event, okay? Because it's not for certain people. Some people, yes, you are required to show up. It's in your contract. And this role, there are things that you must do in perpetuity, okay? In perpetuity. And that's something I don't think that people really realize is some people are required to show up, some people are not. Those that are not required to show up are not showing up. And I need to understand why are we up in arms about this? Why are we up in arms about this? If you have meetings at your job and you are listed as optional and you still show up, kudos to you. Kudos to you. You're going above and beyond because they've already told you you are optional. Now, if you're required to show up, then you better show your ass up because it's part of your job. You're required to be there. I talked about this on my TikTok the other day because I said, it just amazes me how Black women specifically are held. Black people in general, yes, we are held to such a different standard in America that it's ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. And borderline annoying at this point because I'm like, listen, if you don't expect it of them, don't expect it of me. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to do my job, collect my check, and go home. Okay? Cue Nene's voice.
Because I don't need any of that. I need some water and my check. And that's all I need, honey. I show up, I do what you ask me to do, and goodbye.
But there's this whole brouhaha about Michelle Obama not attending. I believe Kamala has to attend. I believe she has to attend. But I have to look at the fine print of everything and just refresh myself with the requirements of public officials. And I guess at that point, she's no longer in office, so she's not required. She showed up. I know she confirmed the counts because that is the vice president's job, is to confirm the count and the presidency of the elect. That is the vice president's job. That's what Pence was trying to do 4 years ago when they tried to kill him. Do you guys remember that? They tried to hang that man. They wanted to hang him. They said this on camera. Anyway, this is not about the J6 crew. But, people are upset that Michelle is not attending. Now, whatever reason she gave, if she didn't give a reason, she is not required to. She doesn't have to give a reason. Y'all, this sun is tearing my ass up right now. I'm telling you, morning time, evening time is the worst time to be out driving because the sun is doing her thing. She is shining bright like a diamond. Okay. Anyway, so there's this constant discourse online, and a lot of it, of course, is Black women saying, we standing back and standing by. So how can we help you? Like, how can we help you? This is not my job to show up. Whatever Barack does and whatever he's required to do, I'm not required to show up. That man did everything he could to disrespect not only the position, right? But he disrespected everyone. Like, he really did not even have a line with his disrespect. His people got out there and they were ready to do harm and damage to his former vice president.
Actually on the mall towards the United States Capitol.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch for themselves. But it's going to happen.
And I'm like, do you have any morals? Do you have any scruples? They called VP Kamala, they called her trash. They're taking out the trash, and he said that. Who are you referring to, sir? Who are you talking about? Who are you calling trash? Right? So when a person declines to show up at something that will be very much filled with passive aggression, just the nastiness that white people can do, I'm not signing up for that. I don't blame you. We're not signing up for that. And anyone that signs up to voluntarily put themselves in those types of positions, I want you to get your mental health checked out. Michelle is from Chicago. You people fail to realize she's from Chicago. And she said, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. Because I'm not doing it. I didn't understand what the big deal was. If I'm not required to show up at something at my job, I'm not showing up either. I'm not showing up either. Because I don't have to. And Michelle basically said, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Right. Nobody, sis. Because that is your right to say, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. They are giving that spring water. But it really bothered me because there was really a lot of talk. You know, how word got out that she wasn't coming. I don't know if her people called and said, listen, tell them I won't be there. Tell them I won't be there. Tell them they can have somebody else sit in my seat. And we're going to call it a day. I'm not explaining myself any further. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete answer. Can you take me to the store? No. Period. Nothing else needs to be said. So that just really bothered me, you know. It was just too much talk. And I'm like, you know, this woman is really out here doing the Lord's work, okay? Because she is encouraging Black women. She is encouraging Black people in general, those that want to, you know, take a different route in life. She's out here giving TED Talks, and she doesn't have to. But she stepped into this role so easily, you know, as being a motivational speaker, guest speaker, what have you. Like, she stepped into this role so easily. She's an attorney, so, you know, speaking is part of her job. Oh, I can come through here. Speaking is part of her job, you know. It's what she does. But she could easily be sitting home. Her kids are grown. You know, I think her mom's passed on. So it's just her and Barack. And she really doesn't need to do anything if she doesn't want to. She doesn't need to do anything. But she is, and she wants to, for the good and the betterment of Black people. You know, we have lost a lot of leaders in our community. And I mean, I'm a stone's throw away from a particular age. And let me tell you something. I don't see too many people stepping in to fill those shoes. I don't see a lot of it. You know, one could argue that the world is going in a different place. The country is going into a different place. Black people, we're going into a different place. And while all of that can be true, at the same time, we do not have adequate replacements in Black leadership. And we need it. I mean, it can't be all Love and Hip Hop and reality shows and, you know, podcasters. Like, that can't be it. I'm sorry. While it's nice that there's, you know, people out there in those spaces, we need more national Black leadership. We do. Argue with your mama, but we do. You know, I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it, but I didn't like any of it. I didn't like any of it. And of course, you know, I'm probably more overprotective of the scrutiny that Black women receive for absolutely no reason. For absolutely no reason. Point. that Chloe girl, that family. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And the fact that she decides now is the time she wants to come out and make comments about Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. I don't know if she's the mayor of Los Angeles City. Yeah, she's the mayor of Los Angeles, not Los Angeles County, because I believe they are two different things. And she wants to speak on Karen Bass and said, paraphrasing, but is this a joke? Girl, if you don't sit your lily white ass down, white adjacent, whatever you want to call it, okay? She's white presenting. And where have you been the last however many years? Where have you been? Where have you been? I talked about that on my TikTok as well. You know, for someone who's raising two black children, you need to get it together and read the room. She needs to get it together and read the room. Because what you're doing is a disservice to your children. It may not affect you directly, but unless you just forgot that you have two black children by that man, it's wild. It is insanely wild, the behaviors of these people, you know. And, you know, Mayor Bass, she is, I don't know much about her because I don't live there. But doing the research that I did, that woman has a vast background. And she's been in various levels of government, much like many of us. You know, many of our black politicians, public servants, she's been in many levels in areas of government. This isn't her first job in government. And shout out to Yvette Nicole Brown, the actress, who was hilarious, by the way. But she stepped in. Her and Cheryl, I think it was not Cheryl Lee Ralph. Her and Kim Whitley, they stepped in, honey, and defended Mayor Bass. And I applaud them for that. Cutie applaud. I applaud them for that. Because what you won't do is get on your platform as a white woman, white adjacent, white presenting, and speak to millions of followers, bashing a woman who has a very difficult job ahead of her, very difficult task. The whole team has a very difficult task ahead of them. You know, people have lost everything. And I know there are a lot of, you know, actors and famous people and rich people and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's true. But there's also a lot of regular families that live there and that have also been devastated by these fires. So we have to be mindful of what we say. Be demure, okay? We didn't leave demure in 2024. We are still being demure and mindful. But, you know, that's a very hard task to try to finagle all those moving parts and different governments coming in, helping our asses out, although we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. Truth be told, I wouldn't send people over here to help anybody. The way America just dogs and talks trash about people, I would see, that's the difference. That's the difference. And being nice, between being nice and being kind, that's the difference. I'm gonna leave that there because there's so much more I want to say, but I won't because it's way too early in the morning for that vitriol. Way too early. It's 8:13. Way too early. I haven't even sipped my coffee yet, guys. Like, seriously. It's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. You know, I don't know what all I'm going to be doing Monday. I will be having house guests this weekend. So when I get off of work tomorrow, I will be Um, doing a little sprucing. I finally took my holiday decorations down. Somebody said y'all gonna leave those trees up clean through Valentine's Day. And if I had some red hearts to decorate my tree with, I probably would have redid the decorations and left my tree sitting up. But I don't. So I took everything down. Um, and I'll be cleaning for my house guests. So I don't know what we're going to be doing on Monday. Everybody may be going back to their respective homes at that time, but I will not be turning on my television for any reason. Not one. I will be nestled on my couch, possibly sipping a cocktail, possibly, if I do turn on TV, it'll be to watch a movie or see what new series I can get into. I just finished watching Only Murders in the Building. They have 4 seasons. Let me tell you something. I don't watch a lot of TV, but that show is hilarious. That series is hilarious. It is. When I tell y'all, I'm still going to put this video up, but this is the worst. This angle is not angling, honey. She is not bringing out the best of me. You are not giving me the best that you have. For the love of Anita baby. What is going on? And I'm not going to move her. I'm just going to just leave it be because you know what? It is what it is. And I love me anyway, so chins and all. But yeah, so it's a lot going on. And I really want us to really take inventory of the last 6 months, a year, and decide what are you going to do for the next 4 years other than sit back and watch the shit show, because I have no investment in anything that's going on at all. I have no investment. I do know quite a few people that have, not quite a few, but I've seen some people have actually left the States, which good for you, you know. I wish I was that brave enough to do so. And I feel like I'm obligated to stay here for various reasons. My whole family's here, you know, my parents, child, grandchildren. I mean, listen, friends, depending on where I move, friends will come and visit your ass. If they love you like that, they will come and visit you. And you can always come back to visit them. But for me, it's family, you know, and that's the biggest thing. But I've seen a few people, you know, online that have moved. One lady that I follow on TikTok, she moved to Panama City. And I was like, okay. And she said she left after the election. She was preparing it just in case. And she did a live yesterday, and yeah, she is living life in Panama, and it's her and her daughter. So, you know, she's not there alone. And that's the other thing. You know, if I moved, I would definitely be moving alone. And, you know, I wouldn't worry about meeting people or, you know, rebuilding a life. I wouldn't worry about that, but it's definitely something that I would have to do, you know. and I'm already a homebody, so that probably wouldn't happen. That probably wouldn't happen. I probably would still be in the house. Listen, all my stuff is there, and the liquor is cheaper. So there's that. But I also wanted to talk about the possible TikTok ban. And listen, I don't know when TikTok first came out, but let me tell you, I who love TikTok now, I was like, I'm not going over there. I was an Instagram girl. I'm like, I'm not going over there. Who over there? Who was over there? Who was invited? Who's cooking the potato salad? Who's making the drinks? I was like, I'm not going over there. But then when I went over there, I was like, I think I started doing videos in the heart of the pandemic. And people would text me and be like, where are you? Where are your videos? Where are your videos, ma'am? And so yeah, I've been doing it for the last 4 years, and it's actually fun. It's therapeutic to some regard, but it's fun. But now people are talking about something called the big red door, the little red door, somebody's red door, somebody's red. No, I don't know. It's red something, child. I don't know. I can't keep up. It's too many things. It's a lot at once. But I'm gonna just wait and see what happens, honestly, because I don't think they're gonna ban it. And the thing is, how can they monitor? Well, okay, let me bring that back because I know they can. But once you have it, right? I think what I was told is that it will not be available. If you don't already have the app, you will not be able to download the app post January 19th. Allegedly. I don't know. Allegedly, 45 wants to stop the ban and all the things. And listen, there's a couple of things that he was supposed to do his first term. One thing he was supposed to do was stop the time change. Do away with the daylight savings time change. Do away with that. And hopefully this time he gets it accomplished. I'm not expecting really anything out of this shit show of I don't know what we're going to call this, but I hope he gets that accomplished. I'm going to leave that there. But what do you guys think about the whole TikTok ban? Are you on TikTok? And if so, what are you going to do? Because, once I got on TikTok, I was like, ooh, I don't even like Instagram no more, girl. I was like, I don't even like it no more. It's boring over there.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
It's nobody to play with. I don't get my laugh on. I literally be up hours laughing at TikToks, sending them. My son will text me, Ma, go to sleep. My niece will text, Aunt, why are you up? Girl, because I keep scrolling. And every time I scroll, I cracks up. Shit is hilarious. I don't get those laughs at the Instagram. I don't. And don't get me started about Facebook. Facebook is the ghetto. Facebook
The ghetto. The ghetto.
with my mama and my cousins in Tennessee and South Carolina. That's what Facebook is for. I'm trying to keep the sun out my eyes, y'all. This shit is blinding. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am really working on cultivating my pages on YouTube. By the way, if you are not following my Hair Gods page, please and thank you. Hair Gods, GAWDS. I will be posting more content on both of my channels. I've committed to doing one video per week. Hair wise, I'm gonna try, because I'm the type of woman, when I get a hairstyle, I like to keep it in for a couple months, i.e. this install. She has to come out. She has to come out. She's been in, I want to say, not Thanksgiving. I think I put her in right after Thanksgiving. Oh gosh, time escapes me. Anyway, I don't know. But if she's been in at least a month, I can tell you that. Let me tell you something about driving. I got a sidebar real quick. Driving stresses me out. So if you haven't followed my page, you know that my old car was totaled. And it was totaled on the way home from work. Traffic was definitely at a creep. And I don't know how this person was going so fast and was able to hit me hard enough to total my vehicle. Nonetheless, I was fine. Vehicles can be replaced, hence my new vehicle. But where's everybody going so fast? Where are you going? And why are you going so fast? And I'm sitting here trying to remember, was I that type of a driver years ago? Because now listen, I get in the granny lane and I like to creep. Put me in the far right lane, ma'am, please and thank you. Put me in the far right lane. Leave me there. Okay, leave me there, because I'm fine here. But I don't understand. Where's everybody going, and why y'all going so fast? Stressing me out. And then the reason I am, it stresses me out so bad is because this is the second car that I've had totaled. It's the second car where I have been hit in the back and my car has been totaled. That's how hard, So not only do I not want to be hit again, like, period, hard stop. I don't want nobody to hit my car again. But damn, nobody's paying attention. It's like, I'm getting stressed out. So let me calm down. Let me calm down, honey, because it's too early. Again, it's only 8:27. It's too early. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So I didn't do a video to update you guys on the car, but I will, and I'll loop it in with the other video. But so that's been the thoughts that are on my mind, and just a little random information about me and all the things. I'm kind of venturing into the other lane, the shoulder. So my car is like, girl, where you going? Where you going, girl? Where you going? So that's that. So hopefully today is a productive day. Hopefully no one from my job gets on my nerves. We'll see about that. I don't think that's going to happen. Somebody's going to either get on my nerves or piss me off. And they are not one and the same. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. Again, happy heavenly birthday to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You put in some efforts. There's a lot of talk about why, but we will not digress. And I have something to talk about in a whole separate video, but the topic was, were Black Americans better during segregation? And I have thoughts and opinions and a lot to say. I do. So I will say that for another time. But I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday. I'm going to finish the last 20 minutes of my drive blasting Homecoming, aka Beyonce, aka Beychella, aka the best Coachella performance ever. No one has been able to touch that. Okay? No one. No matter how hard they try. Anyway, I'll call y'all back later. Peace.